You know, in Jain philosophy, the entire journey to liberation, it doesn't start with what you do. It starts with how you see. And that's what we're going to dive into today. That absolutely critical first step, Samyak Darshan, also known as right belief.
This ancient phrase, well, it says it all. Right belief is the root of religion. And in this philosophy, that's not just a nice little suggestion, it's the absolute starting point. Because think about it, before you can walk the right path, you first have to be able to see it clearly, right? Everything else grows from this single, powerful seed of conviction.
So, what does right belief actually mean? It's definitely not about just blindly accepting some dogma. No, it's something way more profound. Let's really look at its core definition.
And you got to notice the wording here. It's not just belief, it's a firm conviction. This is an active, determined drive to see reality as it is, not as we wish it were. And that conviction, that's the key that unlocks the experience of the soul's true blissful nature. It's a total shift in your entire perspective.
The metaphor here is just perfect. You can't build a strong building without a solid foundation, and you can't grow a healthy tree without deep roots. That is exactly the role Samyak Darshan plays. Without it, all our knowledge and our actions, our entire spiritual conduct, it just doesn't have a stable base.
Now, to fully grasp its importance, we kind of need to see where right belief fits into the bigger picture. And this is where the concept of the Ratnatraya, or the 3 jewels of liberation, comes into play.
And this just illustrates the path so brilliantly. It's a 3-step process. First, you establish right belief. That belief then opens the door to right knowledge. And only with both of those in place can you actually practice right conduct. They all work together, but the journey always begins with that first jewel, Samyak Darshan.
But okay, it gets even more nuanced than that. Right belief isn't some simple on or off switch. In Jainism, the idea is that our perception is kind of clouded by these subtle karmic particles that obscure the truth. So, the clarity of our belief can be sorted into 4 different types, each one defined by the state of those karmas.
The first type is called Aupshamik. Now here, the core karmas that cloud our perception, they aren't destroyed, but they are completely subdued or suppressed. The best way to think of it is like dirt settling at the bottom of a glass of water. For a little while, the water becomes perfectly clear.
Next is Kshayik, and this is the highest, most absolute state. Here, those core karmas aren't just settled, they are completely destroyed, eradicated, gone forever. This is a permanent transformation. Once you achieve this state, that clarity is never, ever lost.
Then we have Kshayopashamik, which is sort of a mixed, transitional state. So here, some of those karmic clouds have been permanently destroyed, while the others are just temporarily subdued. It's a pretty common stage for many people on the spiritual path. And finally, there's Vedak. This is a very specific state. Imagine most of the karmic clouds are cleared away, but there's one that is still actively rising, which just means it's currently producing its effect on the soul. It's a really unique stage in the journey of purification.
So, the really crucial point here is that achieving right belief isn't just some technical karmic shift. It brings about this profound and totally tangible transformation within a person. Certain virtues just naturally begin to blossom in the soul. And these are the 4 primary virtues that emerge. A person develops prasham, which is this deep calmness that just isn't shaken by life's chaos. Then samvega, which is a genuine enthusiasm for the spiritual path. Then comes anukampa, a powerful compassion for all living things. And finally, astikya, an unshakable core belief in the soul's existence. And these aren't qualities you have to force. They're the natural fruits of just seeing clearly.
And it doesn't even stop there. Beyond these inner virtues, right belief cultivates a whole set of 8 special qualities that will completely redefine how a person interacts with the world. I mean, this is a profound transformation. The person becomes doubtless, desireless, and free from delusion. But notice how it also changes their relationship with other people. They practice upakuhan, actively shielding the faults of others instead of exposing them. They practice sthitikaran, helping to stabilize others who are wavering on the path, becoming a source of strength. It really is a complete internal and external renovation.
After seeing all of this, it might feel like right belief is the final goal, but it's so essential to remember its true purpose in the grand scheme of things.
And this is the most important thing to remember.
Samyak Darshan is not the destination. It's the moment you light the lamp that illuminates the path ahead. It's that first essential step on a profound journey toward purifying the self and achieving ultimate liberation.
Which really leaves us with just one question. If a firm conviction to truly understand reality is the very first step, when does your journey begin?